Rob, this is the one that we made trademarks for.
Yes, it is.
This is spot.
So, for brief history. Well, first of all, welcome. We're the Joy Boys, Rob and Brian. And this is our show, Trademarks, where we play trademarked or mascot-ish type games.
Yep. Adver gaming.
Yes. And so, still no through the TV, huh?
No. We've lost so much audio over the months because of trying that I'm like, I can't do it anymore. So, oh crap! I meant to buy a 7-Up to drink while playing this. I forgot.
So a brief history for all of you younger than 30. So back in the day, the mascot of 7-Up was the dot in 7-Up, and that was Cool Spot.
Yep.
And back in the 8, 16, and even a little bit in the 32-bit generations, you had games like this. You had the Chester Cheetah, you had the Avoid the Noid,
yep.
You had McDonald's, you had all these licensed games coming out. And this Cool Spot is probably among one of the best.
Yeah, right? I would
because
agree.
If you look here, here's how you play the game. This is what you need.
Tutorial over.
Yep, that's it.
Did you ever beat this game, Rob?
I did.
Okay, I never went far enough to actually beat it.
I did. It's been at least like 20 years since I beat it.
Sure.
But I know. So in these games, these older games, yep. See, that's what happens when you're old enough to have muscle memory for video games.
Yep.
That I started the game and knew that was there.
Yeah.
With games like these, it was the simple bare minimum platformer for whatever you were doing. And I forgot about that. There we go. The bare minimum platformer usually for whatever brand, whatever product was there. But then I fell. But then came a game like Cool Spot, where it's not just a simple platformer. It's a well-made Oh, right, I forgot about that. It's a well-made platformer to the extent that it seems like there's actual care taken in a game like this.
Yeah.
And there's the button. So you shoot carbonated beverage drops. There's a 7-Up. Yep. So, and also one of the with the Cool Spot,
I never noticed that said cheat codes on
right?
it.
With Cool Spot, such care was taken that if you look at the top left, the Cool Spot that's his health, when you take damage, it melts.
Yep.
And the hermit crabs are wearing underwear.
As they should. Yeah, and one of my favorite things about this was the percentage. Just being like, if you want to actually try to get everything, here's how you know.
Right, and it's one of those, like, you need a minimum of this to proceed.
Right.
You need to be 60% cool. And I mean,
that's about all you're getting out of me.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I just wanted to let all the children that are watching this know, like, sometimes you only need to be 60% cool. And there he is. Oh, I forgot I have to shoot it.
Oh, yeah.
This isn't Rayman where you just bump into it.
Yeah.
Yep, I forgot I have to shoot the cage with my soda brethren open.
Now, here's something I'm trying to think of. Okay, so this is definitely not the only game that's been made, or the only brand of. How do I want to do that? How do I want to say that? It's like, there's like Pepsi Man and stuff like that, right?
Right.
But I feel like correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Pepsi Man was ever an actual mascot for them, was it?
That might have been one of those to where it came out of Japan.
Okay. Ooh, this is giving me Donkey Kong.
Shut up,
Game Boy
don't
vibes.
don't taunt, don't taunt me, and don't ruin my love of this game,
Right.
my love of an actual good game by mentioning that terrible ass stupid game.
Oh man.
Oh, such a bad game. But no, like, so you would have stuff like this. You would have stuff like we mentioned. Avoid the Noid.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Shoot down. Yeah. Avoid the Noid, the Chester Cheetah, McDonald's,
Yeah.
and famously, the Doom mod, Chex Quest.
Yep, I have that. I have the re-release even. I have
Right.
the original and the re-release.
Which, like, historically was a pretty good game. But I honestly, like, I loved Cool Spot so much. Oh, right, there's crabs down there. I loved Cool Spot so much growing up. And it was so well done that it deserved you playing it. It didn't waste your
Yeah.
time, which was nice.
I feel like we're in a different era now, at least the way that I think of it, where it used to be if it's a branding product or if it's based specifically on a license like a movie or a television show, cartoon, what have you, you could always assume it's going to be bad, right?
Right.
And then there were every now and then little gems like this that actually came out just fine. What's weird for me now is that I feel like the based on license stuff is still it's improved to be hit or miss.
Right.
But I feel like if it's a brand, not a movie or a television show, I feel like they're well worth the time now.
Yeah, because it's because part of it seems like it's you have more, not only just care taken to it, but like the studios that actually do this, they get real studios to develop this stuff now.
Right.
Instead of like these fly by night. Oh, that freaking bee. Stop. Instead of these like fly by night, studios that just make trash.
Right.
Like your LJNs.
Well, we've
I
played
died.
some good LJN games on this channel.
I mean, the number of good LJN games versus the number of LJN games.
Right.
So the other thing too, Brian, is the one I wanted to mention is, do you notice something after I died?
Oh, you know what? I did not pay attention to the death screen.
So no, after I died though,
No.
the stuff that you've collected up until this point stays collected.
Oh, yeah, your cool is still there.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm still 19% cool. Right. Oh, I remember that is why I hated this. Was
What's
those
that?
stupid bees.
Yeah.
But no, for as far as Cool Spot goes, like I hate that thing so much.
You only have 4 angle shooting, right? It's not 8.
Correct.
I thought so. Yeah.
Correct. I'm not Yoshi's Islanding this.
Right.
But I can't hear it. Brian can.
Yeah. I can actually.
But
turn it up a little
soundtrack.
bit. I will turn it up on the next episode of this for us. It should sound the same to everybody at home. But I've learned some things I was doing was messing things up, and I got to stop doing that. So once we're recording, I can't be touching things.
Right.
So I did not expect this memory to come up, and I don't think we've talked about it on this show.
Oh, good. I got my 7-Up back for my health. The health is a little bottle of 7-Up that floats through the air.
Yep. Oh, there he is again. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, well, at least I got my health back.
Right. So I remember, Rob, you came over to my place. This was a long time ago. It was back at the apartment when you and I just lived down the street from each other. And you came over. Who knows what we were doing that day? And we must have had a conversation about candy, and I must have told a story about a certain type of candy that I only had like once or twice before. And you were like, yeah, I've seen those. I don't really...
you do have 8-way.
Yeah, look at that. I didn't know that.
Neither did I. Maybe because you're in such a situation where like it never seems to...
Yeah.
You know why you never noticed?
Huh.
Because I played this on a Genesis.
Would you not have? Oh no, you wouldn't have. Huh?
No,
Okay.
it would be a little bit rougher on the Genesis because the D-pad was so predominant.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. So Rob was like, yeah, I never had that candy before. And so this day you came over, I was like, hey, look, I found some of this. And the candy was those wax bottles in the shape of like a soda bottle, basically.
Brian, if I may,
Huh.
nickel nips.
Is that what they're called?
That's what they're called. That's a terrible name.
Yeah, that is.
Why can you go through?
B rules. So I'm like, yeah, here you go. Try one, see what you think.
Oh, I know this memory.
Yeah, right? And so I see Rob proceed to toss the entire thing in his mouth and start chewing and giving me the most like disappointed look in the world. And I'm laughing, and when I start laughing, Rob's like, oh, you don't like these? And I'm like, no, I don't think you know how to eat those. It's like you're just supposed to rip off the top and drink it like it's a bottle. You're like, oh, you didn't say that. You just let me eat the whole wax.
Yeah, and then you went, yeah, pretty much.
It was pretty funny. So,
well, because that's the thing. Like, I honestly never had those growing up. Like, I never really wanted those.
What's so weird is I think I know how it came up that like we were even talking about that.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Because when I think of those, I think of only one time specifically as a kid that I stayed at a hotel. And it wasn't planned. Like, I forgot what happened, that we were going somewhere and for whatever reason we weren't going to make it. And we had to like just stop and stay somewhere for the night. And that was like in a vending machine.
The nickel nips?
Yeah. Because I remember I had those and kind of ironically, bottle caps. And I was like, this is kind of funny, you know, that I would have these two things.
Covering your bases.
Right, exactly. So we must have been talking. Yeah, I saw him. I saw him. He's up there. Oh, did you get him?
Did I get him?
You must have.
I better have. Wait.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to me that I can't think of another brand of pop that had a mascot.
No, not really, because it was Pepsi and everything, and it was Pepsi, the choice of a new generation, and then it was Coke was better than Pepsi, but then with 7-Up, like they did this whole campaign where the spot in the 7-Up was cool spot.
Right. I always wonder, like...
Oh, that... Really? Seriously?
A fish hook?
The fishing hook hit me?
And the urchins all over the place.
Right, the urchins I understand, but the fishing hook looked like it was part of the decoration.
Yeah, it did. I agree.
Oh, God.
And you dodged the oyster shots.
Yeah, sniff it. But so, speaking of mascot games, I have a really good one for you.
Okay.
And I bet you it's in the rotation. I saw you, you pile of garbage. Sneak King.
Oh, yeah. No, those are in there. In fact, actually, whenever that one comes up, it's going to be the trifecta. It's going to be Sneak King, that bumper racing game, and there was another one.
Brian, I believe it's called Big Bumpin'.
Big Bumpin', that's it. Yep. And then there was another one, because I think Big Bumpin' I thought was the first one.
I'll have to find the cage. Look, I have 67% cool.
Dang.
And so, the other thing too is similar to the Rayman games, and it's the best comparison I can make, is your cool actually gets you stuff. I'm serious.
Yeah, the bee made you do it.
It's all right. I got full health again.
Ain't nothing to it.
But the cool actually gets you stuff because at the end of the level, your cool determines how close to the 1-up you are.
Right.
Via the balloon.
Yep. Yeah, that was always a fun little thing they threw in there.
And like the last game I remember having something like that actually meant something was Rayman.
I'm trying to think what
at the very end of the game and at very end of the levels in Rayman, like you had an additional something that this little freaking bee. You had this additional little something that ticked up, and it was how much you would get till you got the gold rating.
Right.
And then you would get, it's like you had to free the lums or whatever from the cages.
Yeah, right.
There we go. And then there was almost like a Mario Party-esque bonus thing.
Oh yeah.
And where it was like, oh, if you really?
You were focusing on the bee, weren't you?
I was. I thought I
Oh, double bee action.
Right? And so when you got all of the lums, I got to get to the exit.
Oh god.
So many bees.
And running out of time.
I'm focusing so much on my cool
yeah.
that I'm running out of time. I'm too cool for time. More time.
Woo.
When you got okay, I have to figure out how that works. Is it double tap for faster or not? Because there's times where I move faster and then there's times where I just kind of saunter, and that's gotten me in, like, see right there.
Yep.
Oh, it's just a hold. You son of a.
Wow.
I have 84% cool. Look how
Right.
cool I am. Honestly, still one of the best games ever.
It's surprisingly still very nice to look at too.
It is.
Like
It
I
is.
remember it looking good back in the day,
Yep.
but
Well, see, the thing is, with games like this, especially on these systems, it was fluidity is what you were looking for.
yes, right.
And with Cool Spot, like, you get really the crap
Wow, they
came back.
respawn just like that.
Yeah,
Jeez.
get out of here, B. With the thing is, like, with Cool Spot, like it's very fluid and it's very fun and it's very intuitively done to where it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the buttons you push. The only thing I still trying to figure out, I think it's just momentum thing.
Okay.
Instead of a button to run. Really? Yeah, I think it's momentum because he starts off walking and then I see you. Not again, B.
Oh, bonus levels.
I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, the bonus levels were fun, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like 85 and above % cool and you get a bonus level.
Yeah.
I'm so cool I got a bonus level. It's what people say about me.
I mean, at this point, you're practically Sonic.
Right?
So.
Okay, Brian.
Yeah.
Best ratings in games for a character. Like, cause look how cool I am, right?
Okay.
I'm pretty cool. I'm 97% cool, right?
Right.
So what other video games can you remember, like, a really good 98% cool? Are you serious?
Yeah, what did we miss?
I missed I missed one dot. One. Yep, I missed one dot. What other games can you think of that give you a rating system like that? And the one game I could think of
is
Toe Jam
right?
and Earl.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I feel like the only other times you see that it's like combo bonuses in some games, but not the character rating.
Right.
You know? So yeah, I feel like bonus level 1.
Yeah.
Uh
Like how he crunches his map.
yeah,
I like how he's going the opposite way of where it's pointing.
right. Yeah, I had fun with these.
I remember these.
Yep. This, like, they could make a whole game of just this and it'd be totally chill. You know?
You mean like a mobile game?
Yeah.
So do you honestly think like that people like kids like my son's age would understand stuff like this.
What do you mean by understand?
Like, understand what this is. Like, the fact that, yes, this is a game, but it also is a game because it was a thing to have a mascot.
Oh, let me think about that. I'm going to say yes, just because I'm going to say yes, they do. I'm going to say they're probably more, what is the word I'm looking for? Like, able to ignore it and not care, because I feel like they get so much more of it than we did.
Right.
You know, like, just Fortnite alone coming to mind.
There. Yeah, that's true, because with Fortnite you had all the characters come in. Oh, there's where I have to go.
And then, of course, everybody else trying to Fortnite. So you have, like, Nicki Minaj was in Call of Duty, right?
Right.
Yeah,
so was Snoop Dogg.
Oh, was he? I didn't miss that part.
Speaking of which, Snoop Dogg is actually in Fortnite now.
Of course.
Which, all
you
the
missed
stuff
the
was
U.
at the top. Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot how to get up there. Yeah, Snoop Dogg is in Fortnite.
Gotcha.
And what's really cool is they remixed season 2, which was the spy one, which was honestly like my favorite season.
Right.
And Snoop Dogg took the place of the big guy on the island, so it's Snoop Dogg's island now.
Nice. Can you pause here?
Yep.
Cool. We're gonna come back for.
I'm not even gonna pause. Look at this.
Oh, look at those animations.
Yeah.
I noticed earlier there was a push against the wall animation you did, so that they put work into it.
Yeah. Look at there's the look up, look down. Like, I'll see. Like, look at how good he looks.
That's a lot of frames.
Yeah.
You know,
look at how good he looks.
Right.
Watch his finger. See that?
Yep. Intonation. You know.
Right there.
Yep.
And how he's like holding his knees. Look.
Yeah.
It's me just holding up, and he's looking up like he's looking around.
Yep.
God, it's cool. Spot's so good.
All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.